How's it going, guys? Voodoo Stache here. Topic of today, intra-abdominal pressure. Oftentimes written down as IAP, so intra-abdominal pressure. This is your body's ability to create pressure through your abdomen, which is what we use to support our spine and keep it healthy and safe, to stop it from being compromised when we're doing any kind of lifting. What ends up happening is we tend to breathe very high up, very apically, so we breathe high up all the time, so we don't breathe down deep. Our diaphragm doesn't come all the way down, our abdomen doesn't expand all the way. So the diaphragm at the top is just one thing. The second thing you need to think about is your pelvis. Your pelvis sits here, and underneath your pelvis or inside of your pelvis is your pelvic floor. It's like this little cup. So this cup over here is underneath your pelvis, so it sits like this. When your diaphragm presses air down, this thing should be contracting, pushing pressure back up. That pressure creates like this soda can effect. It's like if you have a sealed soda can, you can stand on top of it, it doesn't collapse. Same idea. So their pressure should be pressure pushing up from your pelvic floor and down from your diaphragm, and that makes this super solid pressure that holds you still. People tend to not be able to build that pressure. They don't understand how to do that. So here's a great tip on a way to do that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use this yoga ball. We're going to toss this guy up against the wall. I'm going to straddle that ball here with my legs, and I'm going to come down to a crawling position. Scooch over this way a little bit. So I'm pushing the ball up against the wall. What you want to think about is your goal is to try to pop that ball. So we're going to get in this crawling position here. My shoulders are over my wrists, my hips are over my knees, and I'm going to press my butt up against the ball, up against that wall. So my goal is to try to think about trying to pop this ball the whole time. So I'm going to keep that rib cage down. I'm going to take a deep breath in. I'm going to push my hands, knees, and feet to the floor as hard as I can. And I'm going to push back as hard as I can. Every breath I take should be getting to my pubic bone. I should feel where my butt's pushing against the ball. I should feel air hitting that spot there. So I'm going to lock in place. So the ball is pushing you back. You're pushing into the ball. All these breaths are in through your nose, out through your mouth. You're going to hang out there for about 30 seconds or so. You should instantly feel a ton of work in your upper core and your lower core in particular. You're pressing that air down, the ball is pushing back, so you're engaging that lower core, that pelvic floor, to create that pressure. The better you become at controlling that pressure and creating it, the more protected your body will be with all your lifts that you do, whether you're squatting, deadlifting, jumping, running, whatever. So, practice that every day, 30 seconds, pushing as hard as you possibly can. If you don't feel like it's working, you're not pushing hard enough. Push against the ball, let it push back against you, and try to control that pressure for about 30 seconds. Try it out, let me know how it goes.